Some bridges are more than just crossings. They're death traps. Get ready to see the top 15 most terrifying bridges on Earth. Hussaini Hanging Bridge, Hunza, Pakistan. Imagine crossing a bridge that looks like it's straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. That's the Hussaini Hanging Bridge in Pakistan's remote Hunza Valley. It's basically a patchwork of narrow ropes and weathered wooden planks stretching 635 feet across a rushing river, suspended 100 feet in the air. Locals rely on it to get around since flying out is a luxury many can't afford. But for thrill seekers and photographers, it's an adrenaline rush wrapped in stunning mountain views. The whole thing sways with every step, and yes, it definitely tests your courage. Would you dare to make it across? Coiling Dragon Path, Hunan, China. Now picture this, a terrifying glass walkway clinging to the side of a mountain, 4,600 feet above the ground. That's the Coiling Dragon Path near China's Tianmen Mountain. At just 5 feet wide and 328 feet long, the path is made entirely of glass, meaning there's nowhere to hide from the dizzying drop below. It's like walking on thin air while surrounded by breathtaking views of dense forests and deep gorges. It's not just a walk, it's a test of nerve. Beautiful? Absolutely. For anyone scared of heights? Maybe not the best idea. Trift Bridge, Gadman, Switzerland. Getting to this bridge is a whole adventure on its own. Nestled deep in the Swiss Alps, you first have to take a cable car, then hike for an hour and a half before reaching the Trift Bridge. Spanning 560 feet and hanging 330 feet over a turquoise Alpine lake, this suspension bridge looks both stunning and terrifying. The original bridge was pretty sketchy, but after tourists kept braving it, a sturdier version was built in 2009. Though it's still a nerve-wracking crossing with the wild mountain views all around you. If you're a thrill junkie with a love for nature, this one's for you. Kinzua Bridge, Pennsylvania, USA. This one tells a story of beauty and destruction. Built in 1882, the Kinzua Bridge was once the tallest railroad bridge in the world. But in 2003, a massive tornado ripped through and collapsed a huge section, leaving twisted steel towering over the valley. Today, visitors walk the Kinzua Skywalk, a glass-floored observation deck at 301 feet high, staring down at the wreckage frozen in time. The mix of history, ruin, and sheer exposure makes this a haunting, unforgettable experience. It's one of America's scariest bridges, and its story sticks with you long after you leave. Brave Men's Bridge, Xinhuzhai, China. If you thought glass-bottom bridges couldn't get scarier, think again. The Brave Men's Bridge in China's Xinhuzhai National Park is nearly 1,000 feet long and dangles 590 feet above a sheer drop. It once held the record as the world's longest glass-bottom bridge, made of panels 25 times stronger than normal glass. Still, walking on what looks like a floating transparent path with nothing but air beneath your feet is enough to make anyone's heart race. China is turning into a hotspot for these daredevil bridges. And this one is a perfect example of why. Ponsy Silt Aqueduct, Wales, UK. You might not expect one of the world's scariest bridges to be over 200 years old, but the Ponsy Silt Aqueduct in Wales definitely fits the bill. This canal bridge is 1,000 feet long and 126 feet above the River Dee, with no walls or barriers to stop you from tumbling down. Walking along it feels like balancing on a narrow ledge with a massive drop on either side, all while carrying water in a narrow canal. Built between 1795 and 1805, it's a masterpiece of engineering and a serious test of bravery. Plus, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's as historic as it is hair-raising. Langkawi Skybridge, Langkawi, Malaysia. Imagine walking on a curved, 410-foot-long bridge that snakes high above a lush rainforest, perched over 2,000 feet above sea level. That's the Langkawi Skybridge in Malaysia. You can only get there by cable car, And once you step out onto this seemingly fragile walkway, it's hard not to feel your stomach drop. Despite renovations to make it safer, the bridge still looks like it could snap at any moment, especially when the wind picks up. But the payoff? Panoramic views stretching all the way to the Thai island of Tarutao. It's terrifying and breathtaking all at once. A must-see for anyone who loves a thrill with their nature. Royal Gorge Bridge, Cannon City, Colorado. The Royal Gorge Bridge has been scaring visitors since 1929, and for good reason. At 955 feet above the Arkansas River, this suspension bridge was once the highest in the U.S., spanning 1,260 feet across a dizzyingly deep canyon. Crossing it feels like walking on the edge of the world. Today, the area has turned into a tourist playground with zip lines and roller coasters, but the bridge itself remains the star of the show. Whether you're brave enough to walk it or just want to stare down into the roaring river below, it's an unforgettable adrenaline rush that makes your heart race. Aiguille du Midi Bridge, Alps, France. This one wins the height award hands down. The Aiguille du Midi Bridge sits a mind-boggling 12,500 feet above sea level in the French Alps. Sure, it's short, just a narrow walkway near a mountain summit, but the view will make your knees shake. You're surrounded by the Mont Blanc Massif, with snowy peaks stretching endlessly around you. To up the scare factor, a glass floor was added so you can see straight down into the icy abyss below. It might not be the longest or swaying bridge, but at this altitude, every step feels like a daring leap into the unknown. Capilano Suspension Bridge, Vancouver, Canada. The Capilano Suspension Bridge in Vancouver looks fragile but draws over 1 million visitors a year. Originally built in 1889 and rebuilt in 1956, it stretches 460 feet across the Capilano River, 230 feet above the rushing water. The bridge swings and bounces with every step, making even steady-footed visitors feel the thrill. To add more excitement, the nearby cliff walk is a narrow, suspended walkway along the cliffside, perfect if the bridge itself didn't get your heart pumping enough. It's a classic blend of natural beauty and nerve-wracking fun. Kakum Canopy Walk, Kakum National Park, Ghana. If you've ever dreamed of swinging through the treetops like a monkey, the Kakum Canopy Walk in Ghana gets you pretty close. Suspended 130 feet above the rainforest floor, this series of 7 bridges made from wire rope and wooden planks stretches over 1,000 feet through dense jungle. While it looks rickety, the walkways have safety nets underneath, because falling here would be a nightmare. The whole experience is wild, surrounded by birds, monkeys, and the thick buzz of the rainforest. It's a unique blend of natural wonder and just enough danger to keep your heart racing. U Bayan Bridge, Amarapura, Myanmar. Built over 150 years ago from teak wood. Reclaimed from a royal palace, the U Bayan Bridge is less about height and more about exposure. Stretching nearly 0.75 miles across Tongtaman Lake, this bridge leaves you totally exposed to the elements, especially during sunset, when the light turns the water golden. It's an Instagram favorite, but don't let the calm beauty fool you. The bridge creaks and shifts with every step, and there are no guardrails in many sections. It's a peaceful walk with a hint of danger, perfect for those who want a little thrill, mixed with breathtaking scenery. Chesapeake Bay Bridge, Maryland, USA. Driving across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge isn't for the faint-hearted. Spanning nearly 5 miles, this massive structure connects Maryland's eastern and western shores, but feels more like a roller coaster suspended over water. At 186 feet high, with barely any shoulders, it's a tight squeeze for drivers. And when violent storms roll in, the winds whip so fiercely, the bridge seems to shake under your car. Visibility drops, rain pounds the windshield, and the vast expanse of water stretches endlessly below. It's not just a commute, it's an adrenaline-charged challenge. Would you stay calm or grip the wheel tighter? Iyakazurabashi Vine Bridge, Shikoku, Japan. This bridge might not be the longest or highest, but it's definitely one of the most unique and nerve-wracking. The Iyakazurabashi Vine Bridge is made almost entirely from thick vines native to Japan, woven together centuries ago. While it's been reinforced with wire and handrails today, crossing it still feels like walking on a giant natural spiderweb stretched over a deep valley. The wooden planks creak underfoot, and the bridge sways with every step. It's like stepping back in time, a living relic that challenges your balance and bravery with every cautious move. Puente de Ojuela, Ojuela, Mexico. Finally, the Puente de Ojuela leads you straight into a ghost town, if you dare to cross it. Built in 1898, this wooden suspension bridge stretches over 1,000 feet above a deep canyon, swaying and creaking with every step. The ghost town on the other side is abandoned, but the bridge itself feels alive with tension, a precarious path suspended over the unknown. Walking here is like stepping into a horror movie scene, with the wind howling and the canyon depths yawning beneath you. It's the ultimate mix of history, thrill, and spine-tingling adventure. Whether you're a thrill seeker or just love jaw-dropping views, these bridges prove that sometimes the scariest paths lead to the most unforgettable experiences. Which one would you dare to cross? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more wild adventures from around the globe. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.